Yeah.
That's the Elite Four from Black and White!
Oh yeah.
Oh, she sidestepped me, I'm mad. I got ulted.
You go see the Venom movie like tomorrow.
Apparently, don't
Drop
quote me on
Squirrel.
this, it is really bad. Apparently. Obviously still go watch it. The new Venom movie is apparently really
The new what?
I heard it was crazy.
Why would it be really bad?
Carnage. Venom Let There Be Carnage.
Oh my bad, I had half of my headset on.
All I know is I
You only
scrolled
heard
on.
half of this stuff.
I scrolled on the. I was excited for it too, but I scrolled on Twitter last night at like 3 a.m. and a bunch of people were talking about how bad it was and how disappointed they were.
Yeah, but they're
I
probably
don't know if
retarded,
going to
so-
Twitter is the best place, dude.
It was like people like I would trust with like.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, because Twitter is the same freaking people.
Not like just
that
some
didn't
random
like,
person, like people
I
I.
was about to say, they might be
I mean, Christ,
retarded.
I
so-
started that sentence, but half of the internet hated The Last of Us 2. And I still think that's misplaced, dude.
I think The Last of Us 2 is shit.
I think The
Never
Last of
played
Us
it.
2 is an amazing game.
I liked it. It was fun.
I think the first one was better. Never played either
Yeah,
of them.
I think the first one was better, personally, but at the same time, the first one followed more of a basic
Story.
freaking story game out of everything. It did nothing new, nothing adventurous. It was just, oh, well, goody,
Eat your
goody,
mom.
goody.
Oh.
In the end of the day, after all the hardships, look at you, everything's fine. It's a Disney story. Like, I don't know, I feel like The Last of Us 2 threw
Be
in some
careful
curveballs.
earlier.
Yeah, dude. Freaking beginning of the game, Joe got his head freaking bashed in.
And I hated how many people were upset about that, dude. Like, Joel isn't even the main character anymore. Why are you crying about it? Like, it's just stupid. It was clearly to set some sort of theme. And if you look at the overall theme of the game, it has a great theme. Because in the end of the day, after Ellie chased, what's the Dyke's name?
Abby.
All the way across, Abby, that's it. Across states, you chase this person for so long.
You don't even kill her.
And you don't even kill her, and people are upset about that. But it's like, that's not the point. If Ellie would have killed her there, then the story would have had no real resolution. Because if you look into it, the entire journey, everything that she went through for that revenge, screwed her over. She lost her fingers, she's not able to play guitar anymore, she lost other mementos on the way. I haven't played the game in a bit, but like, the game would have been so much lamer if at the very end you actually killed Abby. Which, personally, I think it still should have been a choice thing, but at the same time, like, even then, that wouldn't even be as great. Like, this is what made the game so good. The twist.
I died to that because I have no magical defense.
I see why people don't like it, though. But I think a lot of the hate online was nothing but bandwagoning. Because there were the people bashing The Last of Us 2 like freaking Days Gone. And Days Gone is trash. It's awful. Oh,
They probably like
it's not
DayZ
as bad
2, that
as
game's
Death
awful too.
Stranding, though. My God, Death
Oh, they
Stranding.
probably hate
was
Fortnite for no reason.
I have no clue who bought Death Stranding.
Cole did.
Genuinely and enjoyed it. That game was
Cole did.
so garbage.
Cole said it was a really good game, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, but Cole also said he's good at Dead by Daylight.
Clearly both lies.
Dude, freaking, oh my God, Death Stranding was awful. Like, it had some interesting things, but the base game was just awful.
Never played
Carrying
any of these
super
games.
big backpack, like, literally, if you carry stuff on your back and you go over a certain weight, you literally had to walk and balance your character at all times. Just walking caused the hazard of you tripping.
Nice.
Why?
That makes sense.
I guess it totally does. It definitely makes sense. But where's the fun there?
Maybe they were just going for a realistic. Who knows?
I guess. The game looks amazing, but ugh. The story kind of sucks too. but I think that's just more subjective.
I once again never played it. No, actually.
I don't know what it's about, so I won't be able to tell you.
Why can I get it delivered but not pick it up? What the fuck? Pizza Hut?
Yeah, no, but as I was saying, like, the people that I saw who said that it was, like, the Venom movie was bad, is they were saying, like, it because of how they tied it into the Marvel universe, because now Venom is a part of the Marvel universe, is, like, it made
That
it
shouldn't
really
have hit
shit.
me.
Instead of making it its own thing like it was before, it is now tied
Oh,
in that
I think
form.
that's, I don't know. I think that's a bit of a lame take, personally, because it's like,
It
how are we
was
going to get
because
Venom
of
in the
how they
MCU
did it,
if they're
so-
not actively trying to bring him to the...
Oh my god, I'm dead here.
So
As I said, I haven't seen it yet,
like they
so I don't quite, I don't quite know.
I just want to see
Uh,
Cardinals.
but
That's pretty cool.
I think just about any way that they tie it in, like, in the end of the day, at least they're finally in the MCU. Like,
Yeah,
first,
no, I get it.
I'm
but-
a big Marvel fan, and I think it's stupid that Venom isn't in the MCU yet. Or wasn't.
Bro,
Like,
what the fuck?
it's literally like Spider-Man's biggest freaking counterpart, and we don't even have him yet.
It's the black version of him.
I mean, to be fair though, it took this long to get Spider-Man in the MCU.
Well, Spider-Man wasn't in the MCU before because,
Sony.
yeah.
Which, to be fair, power to them. I'm so happy that there's a company giving the finger to Disney.
Yeah.
Like, there needs to be something out there that'll stand up to them. And ooh,
I think if
Disney's
Disney
not
offers them
happy
a lot of
about
money,
that.
Sony won't care.
Yeah, but now Sony.
Yeah,
is
but
owned
Sony's
by-
never gonna sell out. Sony's never getting rid of Spider-Man, and you know it. So at least to an extent, at least one of the
They wanna
biggest
keep
Marvel
that shit.
characters are locked into Sony. Like, I think that's amazing.
What other
God,
characters does Sony-
I'm just happy Microsoft doesn't own that trash, dude. Not only would Disney already have bought them out, they'd have exclusive Spider-Man games on the Xbox. Screw them, dude. Microsoft doesn't need anymore. I saw somebody, it was like one of those posts talking about like the different consoles and why you should get a PC instead. And it was like PlayStation's greedy, or Sony is greedy for buying, trying to buy companies. And it's like, what is Microsoft doing?
Yeah.
It's literally pushing your product. It's a smart business strategy. But like even then, I mean Microsoft even just bought like Bethesda, dude. Even Fallout games are about to become freaking exclusive.
Yeah, but honestly, who actually plays Fallout?
I hate
games?
Fallout personally.
Yeah, I was like after the first 2, maybe 3. Who
I
actually
personally,
plays
I
Like New
in a
Vegas.
legit, no matter how minute the opinion is, the only Fallout game I enjoyed was 76. That is
Isn't
the
that
only
the
game.
worst one too?
That's,
Like-
okay, people say it's the worst one, but I don't see it. I don't see why people prefer the other ones. Mindlessly going through the same game over and over, just changing the way you go through it every time. Like, that's cool and all, but I want to be able to play with my friends. Screw that. And apparently the game has gotten a lot. I haven't played it in a while, but I bought it on release.
On me.
All I know for sure is that apparently Xbox has mods. I don't know if PlayStation does as well, but Xbox
Yeah.
That
has
was like
mods.
No, there are people that are like, because there are people that really think that Todd Howard is going to let them make the new, because it's about the new Skyrim release, right? Or the Elder Scrolls. People, there are people saying that that might be an Xbox exclusive, but dude, no way the guy that releases the same exact game 12 times is going to make it an exclusive. He is Todd Howard is money hungry, and I don't know how people buy or play Skyrim. It is not only the same game every time, it's not getting any better.
Dude, Elder
People
Scrolls
are literally
Online was
playing,
such a
like-
cool concept, but I never actually
Yeah,
got into it.
but we're in 2021 now. Why are people still playing a game from 2010?
Because it's just a good game. It's
We're
like
still
Dark
playing
Souls.
GTA.
It's like people still play Dark
Yeah,
Souls.
and it's okay. I don't like that comment because, of course, people are still playing GTA. GTA is actually adding new stuff, and unlike Bethesda, GTA 5 has only been released 3 times versus Skyrim's 12. Why is it that people are bashing on Rockstar? Like,
Because
Because they
Skyrim
need
was
something
released
to hate.
12 times and nobody bats an eye. Rockstar is about to release GTA for the 4th time. But even then, they've only released it 3 so far. And even then, 4.
I
that's a
was
lot
trying to
less
just
than
make
12.
room so you can get kills.
That was good.
I was accepting the
Wrong.
death.
If you want to see,
We got, yeah, the third, okay, technically 4, because people branch off, because the PC release was later than the console release. So it was PS3 and Xbox 360, then it was PC, then it was PS4 and 5, I'm at PS4 and Xbox One, now it's 5 and Series X. And S.
Fucking Microsoft is stupid. How can they have the Xbox One X, Xbox One S?
that's the other
How can
thing I
have the
hate about
Xbox Series
Microsoft.
X?
Like, we had the
What about-
PlayStation 4,
Well, see, I don't...
and then
I
we
don't
got, like, the
understand that, though.
PlayStation Stem, like, 3 years later, and then we got the
And then the
PlayStation
Pro.
Pro, like, six years after the original release. Whereas Microsoft had, like, a new Xbox every year.
My issue
Gotta make money.
with one of my biggest issues with Microsoft stems back to their and funny enough, I never had this issue. I've only heard this from other people, but my God, dude, Microsoft. I know, yeah, it does impact all of us because all of us need PS Plus to play online. If it literally wasn't for Microsoft, we wouldn't have to do that.
That too.
And there are people that say, oh, well, the money that you're paying is going towards cybersecurity. Oh, think back PlayStation 3, 2011, when PlayStation was hacked. They don't spend any of that money on servers. It does not cost money to run those servers at all. And if it did, they've got more than enough money. They don't have to
not
charge
for
us
how much money they
$60
make.
a year to play internet. Why is it
Yeah,
that
but yeah,
Steam
I'm
servers
still
are
paying that.
consistently going down, but they're not paying anything?
Oh my
Why is
god,
it
I
that
got a
there's
kill and I lived.
There isn't one computer service that makes you pay to play online, and they barely get hacked, they barely go down. What's the deal with that?
I don't know.
People aren't calling out like Microsoft and Sony for it, because they know they can make money.
That's the other
Which,
big reason.
I mean, power to them though. Like, screw it. You find a market, you know, squeeze it.
I don't want to do, man. Come on.
That's the other big reason I'm moving to PC. I don't have to rebuy my games ever again. Like, yeah, I've got to buy a couple of games that I want to play now. But, like, most of the games other than Smite, I have fucking, cross-progression on. But Smite, because we're on PlayStation, we don't.
You know, it's actually, it is kind of funny. I've seen, in the same picture that I was talking about, when people were talking about Sony buying stuff, they mentioned that Sony was the first of the companies to reach
Son of a bitch.
for next-gen upgrades. And I know that it's just because I don't play the games that do require paid upgrades, but I, luckily enough, we play all the games that give free
I still do Mystic
next-gen
Mail
upgrades.
damage even though I'm
so happy about that. I want to pay for my game again. I'm so happy that I don't have to.
Just come to me. You don't kill me, sweetheart. Yeah, no. I that's the other.
At least we
that's
baited them
another
in
thing.
for a fight, thank god.
I just don't want to have to, like... PC is just such the move right now, like... It's... I'm just so over console. There's so many things wrong with console right now. And becoming more wrong. Like, the big wrong thing is having to pay to play games on next gen. Like, I bought this game for $60 when it came out, why do I have to spend another $10 to play it again? If it's even 10, it might be more. I don't know.
I just wish that for the service that they're practically forcing us to pay, they could actually give us some better games every month.
Yeah.
People can say that Hitman 2, Predator Hunting Ground, people can say that they're good, but look at the player counts of those games. Like, I mean, look at how worth they are in
Hitman 2
2021.
a single player game?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That's why it's not good, though. That's why it isn't good, because it is a single-player game. Like, for the PlayStation Plus, the thing that is supposed to bring people online, give us some good multiplayer games or something.
Yeah, there's no reason they should be good. Like, if they want to do the free games, do them when they do the, like, free games bundle things or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they do those every now and then. But don't give us a single-player game every month.
It's just not worth Don't give us, like, you need to stop giving us such trash games in general.
I mean, like, Predator was a good game. Don't get me wrong. Like, it might
Predator
not have
was a
been
good
the
game
best.
on release, but after years, in 2021, or, yeah, in 2021,
It was only out for a year.
it's still not a good, it doesn't hold up anymore. As I said, I loved the game. I wanted it so bad on release.
Son of a
Because my friends
bitch.
were playing it, and now that I finally have it, I just, the game isn't what I thought it was. That's a personal preference thing, of course, but like, my goodness, dude. I was so hyped for that, thinking that it was going to be a really good,
Why do you have frostbite?
asymmetrical game. Maybe. It isn't quite as good as I was hoping.
Started Mantle.
Such clear superiority.
Medusa's build is garbage too.
You know, all of their builds are bad, but
Hey. I found a step stool. I'll whack people with it. God, dude, being able to like keyboard and mouse on Terraria is literally the cleanest feeling in the world.
do you not have a
Biggest
wireless headset, Jack?
Nah.
Are you wired in? That's weird.
I
Do you have an
I used
external
to have a
headphone?
Bluetooth headset. But that broke. Christ, a while ago.
No, you're good. I was just contemplating making the like the slow switch over on start playing games on console that are keyboard and mouse compatible. Keyboard and mouse, but I have external headset and my wireless headset thing.
Yeah, you can, I mean, you can buy, I know hub splitters aren't that much, and the USB hubs for PlayStation look so cool, oh my god. Like the PS4 has one where instead of the front of it being like a slant down, you plug it in and like you have the slant down where the disc goes in, but then over where the USBs are, it flattens it out into a little square. You got like a hub of USBs, and in my opinion, that just looks so good. I looked one up for the PS5, and the PS5, you plug it straight in the front, of course, and it turns your one USB in the front of the PlayStation into like 5 USBs plus the USB-C port, and a 6th USB that's only data input. I take it so that you can plug in an external hard drive.
Friggin' Zeus.
And I want that so bad, because having one USB port in front of the PlayStation is weird. I don't like
it,
it.
but it's annoying.
Well, that's how all of them, like, every PlayStation up until now, except for the old fat PS3 model, had 2 USBs, with the exception of obviously the 4 on the fat PS3. This one's got 1 USB in the front, 1 USB-C port, and 2 USB plugs in the back. So finally we're up 1 USB port plus the USB-C after 20, I don't even know how many years since the fat PS3 came out. But that thing came out with 3 USB ports. Why can't we have another
I'm
one
making
with
so
3
much
USB ports?
space, bro.
There is no way having 3 USB ports, or I mean 4 USB ports, is that hard this day and age. Like,
Oh, never mind. You guys are getting killed.
the entire area in front of the PS4 that's just like
No,
blank
she's
space,
1 HP.
there needs
She
to be more
literally
USBs
has
in
1
the front.
HP, bro.
PS4 can easily fit about 5 USB ports, I guess. PS5, this front has nothing on it but a power button. You could easily fit like 7 USB ports in that.
Speaking
But that
of
would look
that,
ugly.
the other thing I hated, I don't know why. Wireless controller, cool. Don't get me wrong. I low-key miss my wired-in controller, dude. I don't know what it is or what about it. I kind of just miss that cord being there.
I couldn't
You
live
can
with
still buy
with the wired.
controllers.
I don't know anymore. I know when PlayStation 4 first came out, they were still doing them, but
You can buy like an Astro custom. It may not be Astro, but you can buy like a. It's a
Yeah.
custom like
Astro does it. Scuff does it. A lot of
yeah
controllers
that are
companies do it.
wired.
They're really
I
expensive.
just wish
though.
that, no, what I hate, there was a company, early PlayStation 5, like, And what they did is you could go on there and buy custom dipped and painted plates for your PlayStation, so that you could like customize the size however you wanted. And Sony shut that down because, well, to be fair, they were selling pieces for their console, but at the same time, why does it matter? Like, it's not like Sony has any plans to go out and sell PlayStation 5 faceplates. Like,
Yeah, not that
if
we
people
know
want to go
of.
out and spend money on a cooler freaking PS5 cover, like, why stop them? But they were doing, like, wooden... I want it so bad. It was a wooden one. Like, so your PS5 looked like it was made out of wood. It looked so cool. People are kitting out their PS5s in really cool ways, though. Like, I mean, people are making full-on RGB PS5 cases. Like, it's actually looking like PC stands, but it's a PS5.
Stop, Alir.
No, dude, I can't wait for the dude to make another, the guy who, or the people who combined the PS4, Xbox One, and I want to say maybe something else, but it might have just been those two. Because for a while, I'm assuming now you can still buy them somewhere, but you can buy a PS5, Xbox, or a PS4, Xbox One combo, where it's just both with obviously the guts ripped out and put into the same box. I think that sounds pretty cool. And I can't wait to see that kind of stuff for PS5 and Xbox Series X. Which, speaking about that, game was coming later. To be fair, what else was Xbox going to call it?
I don't fucking know. Xbox 2?
You know how silly that would sound at this point?
Wait, what is the new Xbox called?
Xbox
Series X.
And then Series S.
Well, that's because they've always had the X and the S.
Yeah, I think it's stupid how they come out with so many different ones.
I don't know, I like it. I mean, even now, they're starting to finally stick to a normal path. We had the Xbox One and, One X. It went to the One X, and now we got the Series. At least they're kind of sticking to something.
Bro, I can't order fucking pizza at all. I can't get it there.
Pizza, heyo.
I try to order it online for carryout. I try to order it online for delivery.
Oh, what is it saying?
I'm
Like
gonna have to
checkout
fucking call
error?
them. No, not checkout error. It's like, oh, this is not available, and then I fucking call them. I went to take a shit, then I call them like, hey, I can't order online. Like, oh, sorry,
Fuck
you
you,
can't help.
crossbound, bro.
And
Pizza
then
Crusher actually knows every single Pizza Hut error code, so...
No, I thought when my mom tried to order one time, it fucking did something like that.
I'm gonna fucking call them again and talk to them about it because they wanna fucking be assholes.
I really wish we just win this game already. It's getting annoying. What's going on with this
And
game?
I was gonna
now?
freaking order pizza from the other pizza place here that's right across the street from the college. But fucking dude, it's like $15 for a fucking medium pizza.
Why is he have Shoguns?
When I can go to freaking, I was gonna say McDonald's. I can go to fucking Pizza Hut and get more food for the same price. Bro, I just don't know. Bro, can I at least look at the fucking menu then, please?
Okay, I just got double fucking ulted, bro. And she is crit now.
That is a fucking ass shit right there. That just happened on.
Dude, I can't wait for freaking Terraria cross-platform to finally hit. Oh.
That's I'm never gonna add that.
Because the day that Terraria devs, should they finally figure out cross-platform like they said they'll try to, that is going to be the day that if any game company make like specifically the big ones.
I have to
release
leave
a
after
game
this
and
game.
It doesn't have cross-platform compatibility or cross-platform play and keyboard and mouse support. Like, no, that's a trash company right there. That's the grounds for a garbage company. If a small dev team can freaking pick up a game in development late into its cycle and still get it out with keyboard and mouse support, any dev should be able to do that.
Well, I mean, so some games it makes sense. Like Rocket League's original release was exclusive, like you could only play it in certain times. And for a while they were gonna keep it that way until like the pro Rocket League players were playing on controller, and then they were like, if obviously keyboard and mouse isn't at a big advantage, no reason in having like stuff like that. So it makes sense for some games.
But like, I don't know, in general, like, yeah,
I'm bringing them
does
straight
make
to you.
sense for some games, but for some games, it makes no sense. Every single first-person shooter should have keyboard and mouse support. Every single one of them. There is not one first-person shooter released right now or any time recently that shouldn't have keyboard and mouse support. Because why would it? It's the literal superior. Like, hands down, you're never gonna get the performance out of the controller that you will with freaking keyboard and mouse on FPS games. FPS games? Like racing games. I get it. Who wants to race with a mouse and keyboard? That's stupid.
It is pretty dumb. I think that's your fault though if you want to do that. Like,
You're right. But like, that's the point though. But they can do that, should you choose to do that. But like, first person, and specifically the ones with cross-platform play. Apex, and we talked about this last time, why can I play against PC players when I can't even use keyboard and mouse?
if it doesn't
It's not
have it,
fair.
you shouldn't be able to play it. That's how Smite is. Like, if you're not using a keyboard and mouse, you're not casually just queuing into PC players. But if you have a PC player in your game, or like on your party, then you'll queue into PC people.
See, even that though, I think it's like, I get it to an extent, but like, I mean, a game like Smite, sure, keyboard and mouse players have an advantage, but you can still feasibly do everything a PC player can do with a controller. And it's not like you have to snap as quick on that game. So the snaps, at the same time I say that, but the snaps are super important.
God damn, bro.
But
Can't get on them and stay on them.
But at least Smite does, like, even then, at least they still offer keyboard and mouse support. You know? Like, even if they did still queue you in the PC lobbies, at least you could be like, oh, I hate these PC players, it's unfair, so I'm gonna go play keyboard and mouse. Which, obviously, as we just said, like, you can't do that in a game like Apex. Which is a big reason why I don't play Apex anymore.
I just think Apex is a shit game. They killed themselves.
I love
on it.
Apex. They just need to give us keyboard and mouse support on console already.